For more than 20 years, CTV has captured the moments that matter in our community. From our studios in St. Clair, you're watching Focus with Paul Dingeman.
Hello again. Welcome back to the Focus set. My name is Paul Dingeman. Nice to have you along. There is a wonderful place in Marine City, which is really tiny and intimate and really great. It's called the Snug Theater. And we've got the person who's going to be there from March the 4th through April the 3rd, playing the role of Billie Holiday, Anita Newby. Welcome to the Focus set.
Thank you so much, Paul. So happy to be here.
It's an honor to have you here. I've seen you in many performances at the Riverbank and at the Snug. I don't think I've seen you at the Snug before, but at the Riverbank. Okay. Because you were in Nonsense?
Sister Act.
Sister Act.
Sister Act.
Sister
yep.
Act. And I better check my notes here.
People always get mixed up with that.
Sister Act. They do. And you are a gifted person. We wanted to learn a little bit more about you.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm delighted.
Let's begin by talking about the show you're going to do through April.
Yes. Lady Day at Emerson's Bar and Grill is the name of the show. And like you said, it's going to be at the Snug Theater, which is the perfect setting for it because it's really an intimate setting, and that's the way the show should be presented. So you're going to get that feel like she's right there talking to you at the bar and grill. So it should be very exciting. I'm looking forward to it.
Billie Holiday was a sad story. Wonderful, wonderful artist.
Absolutely.
I love her music personally.
Yes.
And on Sirius Radio, you hear her a lot. On the Sinatra channel, you hear her a lot. There's a 40s channel. There's great stuff. Have you been a fan and an aficionado? Of Billie for a long time?
For a while, because I grew up in a musical family, and we have a very eclectic taste in music, and jazz was at the forefront of that. So her being a jazz icon, of course, that her special voice is so particular, it's so unique, it's so recognizable when you hear her. And so just stylistically, the things that she did in jazz and how she took it to the next level, and she used her voice as an instrument. So and I actually played this before 5 years ago at Stagecrafters. So I got, that's when I just really began to just love her so much, and just stepping into her story and attempting to portray her is just an honor.
So do you do many of her songs or some from her songbook? What the setting is in a bar. Emerson's Bar and Grill. And that was her last performance?
That was her last performance in March of 1959, and she died in July of 1959. So that was her last performance, and it's really kind of a recap of that performance. So there's several songs. I want to say there's 13, 14 songs that will be performed in the midst of the other monologues that are happening and the storytelling that is happening.
Oh, good. So there's storytelling.
Oh, there's lots of storytelling.
I don't know how many people in this area have seen Lady Sings the Blues, but that was the story of her life with Diana Ross as the star of that.
Absolutely.
And sad story. Wonderful music in it.
Yes.
But the woman had a tough life.
Definitely. Just the era that she grew up in, and she was sort of groundbreaking in the things that she had to step into, and the things that she paved the way for those people coming behind her to be able to do that she couldn't do. So it is sad, and I don't know that she saw it as sad all of the time. She enjoyed aspects of her life, and I hope that comes through in the performance as well.
But you are not just a person that imitates or models yourself after Billie Holiday.
I am not.
You are a conference speaker, a corporate trainer. Talk to me, and an ordained minister.
I am.
Talk to me about those things.
Oh my! So let's see. My father was a pastor, so ministry is kind of in my blood and my DNA. So
you're in the business.
I'm in the business, and all of the children are in the business. All of his children, we followed in those footsteps, and that has given me the opportunity to speak at different conferences and do things across the nation. Also have been a corporate trainer. I'm currently I'm kind of working for Princess Cruises.
Oh, really?
On a little hiatus, you know, since the pandemic. But but prior to that, I was a corporate trainer, and I love doing that. I love training in that corporate environment, training specifics of different industries. So
corporate trainer on the ship?
No, that I've been a corporate trainer usually in financial institutions in the credit union sector.
Okay. Okay.
And I've done some things volunteer-wise in other nonprofit organizations, do some training for them as well. So I love that.
On your website, you have a thing that's called Wave Makers.
I do.
What's that about?
Wave Makers, it's something that I started probably, I want to say maybe 7 or 8 years ago. And just getting people together and just being able to present the Word of God in the way that I present it in a very unique, hopefully and creative way. And so what we've done since the pandemic, since we can't really gather and get together, is I've been doing weekly conference calls where there's some teaching and some discussion and some things that we do on a weekly basis just to encourage people, just to give them hope, you know, and just to really hopefully bring light into their day.
Then you wrote a book?
I did. I forgot about all this. Paul, you're bringing so much up. I was co-author in a book a few years ago entitled Shine. It has a long title, but you can find it on my website. But it's entitled Shine, and it's various women who have come together. We are co-authored this book, so I was one of those co-authors in the book, telling a part of my story.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go back to when you're going to be performing through the 3rd of April at the Snug.
Yes.
Obviously, tickets are available on the Riverbank
Theater
website.
Yes.
There's lots of performances. There's evenings, Sunday and Saturday afternoons.
So we've done, currently as it stands, it is Fridays and Saturdays at 7:30, and Sundays are a matinee at 3 p.m. Okay. So 5 consecutive weekends. So you should be able to get it in.
Yep. And there's not a bad seat at the Snug.
No, that's one of the reasons I love it so much. Any place you sit, you can see, you can hear, and it's so interactive and intimate.
Who's your band? Are you got a band with you?
I do have a band with me. My keyboardist, who is an integral part, is Drew Keys, somebody that I've worked with before out of the Metro Detroit area. So I'm excited to be able to work with him. And he's worked with the other band members. I haven't met them as of yet, but I'm excited to get with all of them. I've spent some time with Drew, and we're working on some things, but I'm excited to be able to get them all together because we have a little jazz set.
Promo piece I like, it says, the time is 1959. The place is a seedy bar in Philadelphia. The audience is about to witness one of Billie Holiday's last performance, given 4 months before her death. Dozens of musical numbers are interlaced with salty, often humorous reminiscence to the project of revisiting the portrait of the lady and her music. And her music really was wonderful.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic, so poetic, so colorful in its lyrics, and just the way she used her voice is powerful.
Great. Yeah. You are a nice, interesting person.
Thank you so much, Paul.
Thank you so much for coming in today.
I appreciate it.
That's about it for this edition of the Focus program. Thanks very much for tuning in. Till next time, I'm Paul Dingeman. See you soon.
Thanks for watching Focus with Paul Dingeman. Focus is produced at the CTV Community Television Studios in St. Clair. For over 20 years, CTV has captured the moments that matter to our community.